Hey folks, welcome back to Real Estate Investing Unmasked. Today we're going to talk about fixing and flipping property and who you need to have on your side ready to go before you buy your first property. Stay tuned. So you've decided you want to fix property and you want to flip it. That's all well and good, but you have to have a core group of people you need to work on. As I go through, you're going to see this all encompasses the whole house. But if you're going to buy properties that are messed up, that you're going to fix up, you need to know that you need to have the right people on your team that can take care of everything. So the first one is the foundation. You're going to have a group that will be able to take care of cement work, any kind of concrete or cement. When it comes to foundation issues, you probably won't find better people than people that work with cement. So you need somebody that knows how to work on a foundation. While I'm down at the bottom of the ground, I might as well say you need somebody that knows how to do landscaping. If you're going to sell a property, the very last thing you need is to have somebody who can landscape and make it look pretty so you can sell it. That curb appeal is going to mean everything to you in the end. So you have landscaper, you have a cement worker, somebody who can work with the foundation. Because if you do have foundation issues, you want somebody to take care of it and not screw you over. Because when you're desperate, that's when you get screwed. You need somebody who's a good framer. Most often people come in and the idea today in today's fix and flip world is that you come in and you just tear down a wall and you drywall it up and everything's beautiful. Well, that's all well and good, but that's not always necessary. You don't always have to move a wall. You don't always have to open up to make a bigger space. But you will need a framer at some point if you're going to do fix and flip long term. So have somebody that can work with wood, somebody that can build a wall properly. And along with that, you need somebody who can do drywall. That may be somebody who can repair the walls, fix it up. You need somebody who can do electrical work. One of the main issues that people have is gas or electric. They're afraid of those two things. So you need to have a good electrician, somebody who can fix an electrical issue inside the wall, inside a fixture, perhaps add can lights instead of having the normal fluorescent lights. You want to have somebody who can take the electricity and mold it to whatever your vision is for this house to make it beautiful. That could be undermount lighting, it could be a bunch of things, accent lighting, etc. So you need an electrician, somebody who's good with lighting. You also need somebody who's good with roofing. Roofing is a major issue on a lot of properties, and if your property that you're buying is run down and nasty and gross, one of the things that can ruin your property faster than anything else is water intrusion through the roof. So you need to have somebody that can be able to go in at a moment's notice and they can take care of the roof for you. It's not a hard thing to do. None of these things are hard to do. But as a fix and flipper, if this is something you want to do long term and you want to do all the time, you need to have a crew that'll be able to take care of this for you. Working on a fix and flip yourself is no longer a fix and flip. That's a rehab. So as you'll see, if you subscribe to my channel, you'll see in the future, around April, May, I'll probably be posting my series of the property that I'm rehabbing right now. But I've been doing it myself. If I had been hiring people along the whole way doing different parts of it, I would have been able to fix and flip it much, much, much faster. But for me, I have a love for taking an object and building it, creating it, shaping it, and making it beautiful my way. There's some sense of satisfaction in using your own hands. It also makes you super buff. So you'll need somebody that can take care of electricity, drywall, plumbing. Plumbing is also a huge thing you need to have somebody that can take care of. Quite often when you find a place that is messed up, a property that hasn't been taken care of, they also haven't taken care of the plumbing. It could be toys that are flushed down the toilet, it could be roots that are growing into the drains, it could be underneath the sink where it's dripping and it's causing havoc, causing mold, some issue like that. And then you also need a cabinet maker, somebody who can make cabinets, whether it be Lowe's or Home Depot, or somebody more specialized that'll get you an exact look that you're looking for. I know here in California, a lot of times we focus on IKEA. A lot of people love using IKEA because it's modulated. You buy a piece, you shove it in, you screw it in, and everything's hunky-dory. So cabinet maker, and then flooring. If you have somebody that does flooring, you can have somebody come in and do a whole floor in a day. Drywalling, if you rehabbed a house and you tore out all the drywall, there are people that are so awesome they can drywall a whole house in a whole day, and that's including the roof, the walls, everything. That's taping and mudding. They actually have machines where you can tape and mud all at the same time, and then you just wait for it to dry and sand it down, and then you can paint it, which leads me to the last person I can think of at the moment, which is a painter. You can paint yourself, but a professional painter will be able to go in and do a room in just a couple of minutes. They have the sprayers, they have the equipment. When you're doing this on your own, you can spend thousands and thousands of dollars on equipment to make everything look just as good as a professional. It would take you forever to do it. Eventually you learn how to do it faster, but if you hire somebody to do it, they should have those tools. And if you wanted to become a professional that did these things, you need to buy these tools that are amazing, because that makes you competitive. So when a drywaller comes to me and says, I can do this in one day, they're going to charge a higher amount than somebody who says, yes, this will take me 3 days to do. The difference being the one guy has the tools, the other guy doesn't. They're going to charge possibly the same, but if a guy says, I can do this in one day, I'm more willing to pay him more than the guy that's going to take 3 days to do the same job. So if that's something you want to get into, that's fine. But as far as fix and flipping, you need to have all these things down. Your framer can take care of the fence. The landscaper can take care of the trees and the grass. They can take care of the flowers in the front yard. Your drywaller can take care of holes. Your painter can take care of the walls that are ugly or nasty. They can probably even take care of the wallpaper. They can take care of the acoustic ceiling that nobody likes, the popcorn ceiling. So each one of these people is going to be an extra cog in your gear. So if you really are wanting to do fix and flip, what you need to do is make a chart of all these different positions and have people start calling people now before you have anything to fix up and say, when I have something that needs to be fixed up, would you be able to come out? How much notice do you need? How far are you booked out from being able to do your job? And if you have these people's names and their numbers on your list, and you go through and you can tell, hey, this person's going to charge me by the hour, or this guy's going to charge me by the job. I honestly, as a fix and flipper and as a real estate investor, I love it when somebody charges me by the job, because then I can say, boom, here it is, and it's done. Not only that, but I can negotiate. I can say, okay, how much would you normally charge per hour? How many hours would it take to do this job? You kind of figure it out, and then you can negotiate on the price. So you're going to have to find your own style in fixing and flipping. It is a scary thing if it's the first time you've ever done it. You're going to need to budget at least 20% more than what you expect it's going to cost, because it will cost more than you think, especially if it's your first time. But by calling these people and having a general idea of what it costs, hey painter, how much would it cost to paint a house per square foot of the house? They're going to say, well, it depends on how tall the ceiling is and all these different variables. But if you can get a general idea of who you're working with, what kind of quality they provide in fixing a house, then when it comes time for you to have your house that you want them to fix up, you're already going to know who you need. Part of fix and flipping is having the people ready to fix and flip, ready to fix your house before you've even closed escrow. So this is the group of people you need to find now before you start finding the properties that you need to fix up. Alright everybody, thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions about fixing and flipping, I'm going to do some more videos like this. Just put a little comment down below and I will answer your questions. That's what I do. Until next time.